Welcome to this online worship service of the Unitarian Universalist congregation at Shelter Rock in Manhasset, New York. I'm Reverend Jaye Brooks, one of the ministers here, along with my colleagues Reverend Jennifer Brower, Reverend Dr. Natalie Fenimore, and student minister Aaliyah Shinbro. Ours is a congregation of people with different theological beliefs, but shared values. One foundational value is respect for the web of existence that connects us with every living being and the planet itself. In keeping with this principle and the 51st annual Earth Day on April 22nd, today we celebrate Earth Day Sunday. This month, our learning and worship theme is becoming. In today's worship service, our congregation's Green Sanctuary team lifts up the multiple ways that we human beings are becoming more aware of our connection and responsibility for our environment, and how these changes in human behavior offer new hope for the planet. Last year, the world thrilled to the courage and message of young Greta Thunberg. When she was in New York, she spoke to the United Nations, and members of this congregation joined in the rallies to support climate action. Today, our special guest is Dr. Hildur Pálsdóttir, a biochemist and climate activist who founded Rewild Long Island and is on the board of the Museum of Science of Long Island. It's April, a time in this part of the world when the earth is blossoming with new life. Now more than ever before, we're called to cherish our beautiful planet and take action to safeguard the earth and all its creatures.
It's a new day for the planet. It's a new day for the sun to shine down on what we're doing. It's a new day for love.
For the beauty of the earth, this spinning blue-green ball, yes, Gaia, mother of everything. We walk gently across your back to come together again, to remember how we can live, to remember who we are, to create how we will be. Earth, our home, the lap in which we live, welcome us. Each Sunday, we light the chalice of our religious heritage as a symbol of our commitment to the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment.
We love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve human need, this do we affirm and covenant with each other.
This Earth Day 2021 is one of hope. Today's spirit is very different from the mood on September 20th, 2019, when I participated in the massive climate strike march in Lower Manhattan. That's the day when the Swedish schoolgirl turned international climate activist, known around the world simply as Greta, spoke to the throngs in Battery Park. The mood that day, 2 years ago, was one of frustration and despair. One sign I saw caught the feeling that young people had to act. When leaders act like kids, kids have to act like leaders. Other signs expressed exasperation at our national priorities. One read, "If climate were a bank, it would have been saved by now." Another declared, "The wrong Amazon is burning and the wrong ice is melting." A great reason for all the anguish that day was the Trump administration's decision in 2017 to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, a landmark international accord that commits major polluting countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. Another sign I saw during the march in 2019 expressed anger with policy that flaunts human reason. Politicians lie, science doesn't. Today, 2 years later, Earth Day 2021, we can have some hope. The new Biden administration has re-entered the Paris Agreement that seeks to keep global warming below 2 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial levels. We can now have hope. We can believe another sign I saw during the massive demonstration in 2019, which simply posited we can make a living without destroying life.
The Thanksgiving address was used by the Six Nations, the Haudenosaunee, which consisted of the Seneca, Cayuga, Oneida, Onondaga, Mohawk, and the Tuscarora. The Haudenosaunee traditions teaches peace requires gratitude. All Native people are thankful for all that is around us. Mother Earth connects us and supplies our every need to be healthy. Before social and cultural gatherings that take place on the Onondaga Nation, they always begin and end with the words that come before all others. These words are known as the Thanksgiving Address. The Thanksgiving Address acknowledges all the people that is all around us, as well as everything that is around us. The earth, the plants, birds, trees, wind, sun, moon, stars, as well as unseen spiritual forces. In this Thanksgiving address, the Haudenosaunee gives thanks for all the gifts they receive. Most natives, indigenous people, express gratitude for the gift of life, for their relationship with all living things, for Mother Earth. As you listen to the Thanksgiving address, take a moment. Look into your soul, search your mind, and think, what in nature makes you thankful? Oh.
In Unitarian Universalism, there's a close connection between faith, what we feel or believe, and works, what we do. Our principles call us to action. We may have different theologies, but our shared values unite us as one faith. That word, faith, is more than belief alone. It's a deep spiritual call to action. My name is Gail Colin, and I am a longtime member of UUCSR and its Green Sanctuary Committee. In 2014, UUCSR offered a workshop on nonviolent communication with the Reverend Dr. Laura Kim Joyner. My life changed that day when I met Laura Kim. Laura Kim and I started working together, and in 2015, we founded the nonprofit organization One Earth Conservation. One Earth serves endangered parrots in the Americas and nature lovers worldwide. Many of our programs are led by UUs, and the foundation of much of what One Earth does is based upon UU practices, resources, and principles. One Earth addresses a huge issue of biodiversity loss by working with local, mostly indigenous people to protect wild parrots in their native habitat, while also addressing human well-being. Some people are literally dying to protect their parrots, the victims of the illegal wildlife or drug trades. Others struggle with climate-related challenges such as hurricanes and wildfires, COVID-19, and economic inequality. Each week, we invite those who are able to donate to a special collection. This week, our special collection supports the efforts of One Earth Conservation. Making a financial contribution is one way to put faith into action on behalf of the entire planet. There are 3 ways to contribute: by sending a text, by using the donate link on our website, and be sure to choose special collection, or using PayPal. Thank you for your support.
the days rolling by in timeless grace. Your heart just keeps on beating inside the beauty of this place. Less fish swimming in your ocean, old ice floating in your sea. Still you hold against the constant plundering. Wolf moon, wolf moon, thank you for rising. Big sky, I'm grateful for your parting clouds. Seeds of life, your golden fields of wheat, windy fields of barley at your feet, while you endure the thoughtless plundering.
Today we have gathered and we see that the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now we bring our minds together as one, as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one.
Depletion of topsoil is the most pressing concern of our times. Topsoil is the uppermost layer of earth, the part where plants are rooted, harness sunlight, and transform into chemical energy that keeps us alive. It is where 95% of the world's food is grown. In the way we grow our food, modern industrial agricultural methods are depleting the topsoil. Large-scale tilling destroys soil structure, releasing carbon, and disrupts Earth's natural ability to draw down carbon and keep it in the ground. In Dirt, Erosion of Civilization, soil scientist Robert Montgomery warns that we are losing 23 billion tons of topsoil every year. This is indeed how most civilizations collapsed. Citizens stopped taking care of Earth and each other. We must stop relying on food production and harvesting systems that disrupt the soil. The UN warns that we have less than 60 harvests left if we don't change our ways. The good news here is we can change our ways. Regenerative farming is the best way to grow food. And regenerative farmers support biodiversity, restoring soil health with climate-friendly practices, growing perennial polycultures of plants and trees, using cover crops and no-till technology when possible, eliminating the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Instead, they include animals in natural management of land, especially free grazing animals, and in that way support living root systems that enrich the soil microbiome. Insects are welcome, birds help as well, and earthworms help make earth. And how can we support the regenerative revolution? We, on this Earth Day 2021, it is really my pleasure and I'm excited to share with you the Soil Health Bill. recently introduced into New York State Senate. We can encourage our local electeds to support this important incentive for our farmers to do the right thing. You and I can join the regenerative revolution from the comfort of our homes, getting rid of the lawn if you have one. Chemically supported lawns are really wasted spaces that could be used to grow, for example, native plants. Native plants are deep-rooted, bind the soil, and help draw down carbon, helping fight erosion. The wildflower garden here at the Green Sanctuary supports pollinators and local wildlife and helps keep the ground healthy. We can all be climate-friendly gardeners by not using fossil fuel-powered mowers and blowers. Instead, allow the leaves to return to their original function of nourishing the ground. And composting is a huge a significant contributor to climate health. If you compost your food waste and yard waste, you're part of the regenerative revolution. And we can farm the lawn, we can grow our own vegetables and fruit. Or if you don't have that space, you can support community-supported agricultural programs and regenerative farmers. And this is important because right now we're at the time in history that we can all be either part of the problem or the solution. So the climate solution is in how you eat and how you grow your food. And according to Ronnie Cummins, if you've never heard about the amazing potential of regenerative agriculture, you're not alone. One of the best kept secrets in the world today is that the solution to global warming and the climate crisis, as well as poverty and deteriorating public health, lies right under our feet at the end of our knives and forks.
If you're still deciding what you might do for Earth Day, one suggestion the Green Sanctuary has is to start a wildflower garden. Aside from being low maintenance and beneficial to the environment, it has the extra benefit of helping our declining pollinators and wildlife. If you're hesitating due to a misconception that wildflowers are akin to weeds, I invite you to take a look at our beautiful butterfly and wildflower garden here on our UU grounds. In these gardens, you will see just some of the many choices of beautiful, low-maintenance native plants. Many of our plants were selected specifically to aid our declining bee and monarch butterfly populations. Other plants that you will see in our garden provide food for birds. Or perhaps with all the talk these days about food insecurity, you're more inclined to start your own so-called victory garden so that you can have your own supply of healthy organic fruits and vegetables. Adding native pollinator plants to your food garden will not only benefit the pollinators, but will boost production. In his book, Bringing Nature Home, How You Can Sustain Wildlife with Native Plants, Doug Ptolemy writes, if you cut down the goldenrod, the wild black cherry, the milkweed, and other natives, you eliminate the larvae and thus starve the birds. This is a simple revelation about the food web, and it is an intricate web, not a chain. If you'd like to grow your own food organically but don't have a yard to garden in, perhaps you'll inquire about joining our UU community garden. And even if you're not the gardening type, you can still have access to local organic produce by buying a share in the Sangley Farms CSA in Peconic, Long Island. We already arranged for a nearby drop site for our congregants where you can pick up your share. So, if you need some inspiration for planning your own garden, or simply would like to just get in touch with nature, we invite you to stroll along the path in a wildflower garden and pause in the center, where you will find a 20-foot meditation circle. From there, you have a great view of our lovely pond and butterfly garden. We hope you'll visit and enjoy these wonderful treasures of our UUCSR grounds.
We give thanks to all the waters of the world, for quenching our thirst and providing us with strength. Water is life. We know its power in many forms: waterfalls and rain, mist and streams, rivers and oceans. With one mind, we send greetings and thanks to the Spirit of water. Now our minds are one.
We now turn our thoughts to the trees. The earth has so many families of trees who have their own instructions and uses. Some provide us with shelter and shade, others with fruit, beauty, and other useful things. Many people of the world use a tree as a symbol of peace and strength. With one mind, we greet and thank the tree life.
We put our minds together as one and thank all the birds who move and fly about over our heads. The Creator gave them beautiful songs. Each day they remind us to enjoy and appreciate life. The eagle was chosen to be their leader. To all the birds, from the smallest to the largest, we send our joyful greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one.
We have now arrived at the place where we end our words. Of all the things we have named, it was not our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. Now our minds are one. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into all the world.
It's a bad day to do nothing. With so many people needing our help to keep their lands away from the greedy, who only plunder for themselves. All the people in the whole wide world, nobody matters but you and me. When it comes to protecting our precious
It's a new day.
It's the big scene from the movies.
It's a big scene.
Where the gunslinger rides away.
It's a big scene.
Outside of town past the needy.
It's a big scene.
And the rows of soldiers graze.
It's a new day.
They fought the wars we thought we needed.
It's a new day.
They never asked us for a thing.
It's a new day.
And we believed in what we were doing.
It's a new day.
But the earth is giving way. Of all the feelings in the whole wide world, I can't begin to do or say anything but protect our precious gift. It's a new day for the planet. It's a new day for the sun to shine down on what we're doing. It's a new day for love. It's a new day for love. It's a new